Welcome everyone to today's explainer. So if you're joining me right now, chances are you are currently dealing with one of the absolute most universal and frankly, annoying skincare frustrations on the planet. Yep, I'm talking about dry, cracked lips. I mean, we've all been there, right? It's that awful, uncomfortable tightness when you try to smile, the stinging when you eat something salty, or just that endless, maddening cycle of applying a product only to feel completely dry again like 20 minutes later. The market is literally flooded with thousands of products, and if you're anything like me, you probably have, 5 half-used tubes rolling around the bottom of your bag right now? From your classic petroleum jelly to those super fancy natural blends, they all basically promise to be your ultimate quick fix. We're constantly bombarded with these marketing campaigns telling us that if we just slather on this one specific balm right before bed, we're going to wake up with a perfectly healed pout. But today, we're going to look at the actual science behind those claims. So let's just dive right into it. Can lip balm really heal chapped lips overnight? That is our big central question for today's explainer. We are going to completely separate the flashy marketing promises from the hard biological reality. Because, as it turns out, what you've been sold about this instant overnight repair, it might just be a total myth. And understanding how your lips actually function is the real secret to finally keeping them healthy. Okay, here is our roadmap for today. Number 1, we'll unpack the overnight repair myth. Number 2, why lips dry out so incredibly fast. 3, ingredients that actually work. 4, ingredients you must avoid. And 5, your 7-day healing timeline.
All right, let's kick things off with segment 1, the overnight repair myth.
Look, when you apply a really thick layer of lip balm right before your head hits the pillow, a lot of great things do happen, for sure. But instant healing just isn't one of them. Within that first hour, the balm forms a nice protective barrier, and moisture loss starts to decrease, which makes your lips feel immediately more comfortable. But biologically speaking, it takes about 4 to 6 hours for those hydrating ingredients just to soften that outer, flaky layer of skin. So the absolute crucial point here is this. While a good night's sleep definitely gives your body a break from eating, talking, and harsh weather, expecting deep cracks to just vanish in one sleep is literally biologically impossible. Think of it like a small paper cut on your hand. It doesn't just magically disappear after 8 hours of sleep, and neither do deeply damaged lips. So what do lip balms actually provide overnight? Well, it's the difference between temporary comfort and complete healing. A solid overnight balm creates a really fantastic protective environment. It acts like a shield to stop the moisture you already have from escaping while your body kind of does its behind-the-scenes natural repair work. It softens the dry skin, it takes away that painful tight feeling. It's supporting the natural repair process, right? But it is not performing a miracle. It simply cannot reverse weeks of dehydration or constant lip licking in just one single night.
Which brings us to our second segment, why lips dry out fast.
To understand how to heal them, we really have to look at their unique biology. Because your lips are incredibly vulnerable compared to the rest of your face, and the anatomy completely proves it. Regular skin has a nice, thick protective barrier and is totally packed with sebaceous glands. Those are the little guys that produce natural oils to keep your skin naturally moisturized. But your lips, well, they have an extremely thin protective layer and they lack those oil glands entirely. No way around it, they are physically incapable of producing their own natural oils to stay moisturized. So the key here is understanding this brick and cement analogy. Picture your lip barrier like a sturdy brick wall. The skin cells themselves are the bricks. The natural oils and moisture, that's the cement holding those bricks tightly together. When that cement gets stripped away, these tiny little gaps begin to form between the bricks. And the moment those gaps appear, whatever internal moisture you have escapes instantly. Poof, gone. And as that moisture evaporates, the lips turn rough, they flake, and eventually they crack open. So you might be wondering, what is destroying our cement on a daily basis? Let's walk through the everyday culprits. Cold, winter air literally sucks moisture right out of the skin because there's just so little humidity. Dehydration is a massive factor too. But honestly, the biggest trap we fall into is totally instinctual, lip licking. When your lips feel dry, your brain says, hey, lick them. But saliva evaporates incredibly fast, and as it evaporates, it takes even more moisture with it. It leaves your lips drier than they were before. Add in forgotten sun protection, allowing UV damage, maybe some acne or allergy medications, and even nutritional deficiencies like low B vitamins. Honestly, it's a wonder our lips survive the day at all. Now that we know exactly what we're up against, let's move to our third section, ingredients that actually work. Consider this your ultimate label reading checklist the next time you're standing in the pharmacy aisle, because spoiler alert, not all balms are created equal.
You need ingredients that act as emergency cement for that damaged barrier we were just talking about. So you want to look for shea butter, which deeply moisturizes and softens the skin. You absolutely want ceramides, which physically help repair that damaged lip barrier. Hyaluronic acid is just incredible because it actually attracts and retains moisture, literally pulling it into the skin. And finally, beeswax. This is the ultimate sealant. It creates that protective layer over the top to lock all that newly added moisture right in. These right here, these are the good guys. And this whole concept is perfectly summarized by Dr. Jayshree Sharad, who is one of India's leading cosmetic dermatologists. She states, and I quote, "Healthy lips are the result of consistent care, proper hydration, and protecting the lip barrier, not just applying more lip balm." This requires a totally different mindset from us. We really have to stop looking for a one-time magical product, instead adopt a consistent, protective routine. But hey, what if you're using lip balm consistently and your lips are still hopelessly dry? Well, that brings us to section 4, ingredients you must avoid. Brace yourselves, because here is the shocking truth. Some of the most popular, best-selling balms on the market might secretly be destroying all your progress. Take a look at these irritants: menthol, camphor, phenol, and, ironically, excess peppermint oil. These are what I call the imitators. They're put into formulas to give you that fake, tingly, cooling sensation that tricks your brain into thinking, oh yeah, the product is working. But in reality, for sensitive or damaged lip skin, these ingredients are harsh irritants. They can actually increase irritation and prolong the healing process, which basically forces you to just keep reapplying more of the same irritating balm. You also want to steer clear of alcohol-based formulations and strong artificial fragrances, which just further dry out that super delicate tissue. Let's look at how this plays out in a real-world scenario from our research, featuring Neha and Rohan. So, Neha uses a nourishing nightly balm, she drinks plenty of water, and makes a very conscious effort to not lick her lips. And within a week, her lips are soft and smooth. Rohan, on the other hand, he relies on applying lip balm only occasionally, like when things get really bad, and mechanically, he frequently licks his dry lips throughout the day. The result? His lips stay flaky and cracked. The takeaway here is absolutely profound. Product quality means literally nothing if your daily mechanical habits, like that constant lip licking, are tearing down the barrier faster than the balm can possibly rebuild it. Okay, so how do we actually fix it once and for all? Let's go to our final section, your 7-day healing timeline. Here is your ultimate 24/7 protection protocol. Step 1. In the morning, gently rinse your lips with lukewarm water, apply a really good moisturizing balm, and crucially, if you're heading outside, make sure it has SPF 30 or higher to block that UV damage. Step 2. As you go about your day, reapply that balm every 3 to 4 hours. Protect them with a scarf if it's super windy out, and remember, absolutely no licking. Finally, step 3. At night. This is when your body does its heavy lifting for repair. Apply an intense, nourishing balm packed with those ceramides and shea butter we talked about. And if you are dealing with really severe cracks, add a thin layer of petroleum jelly right over the top. That acts as the ultimate overnight seal for the whole shebang. Now, if you actually stick to that protocol, here is the realistic biological timeline you can expect. On day 1, okay, you won't be totally healed, but your lips will feel significantly softer as that moisture is finally locked in. By day 3, that super annoying mild flaking becomes much less noticeable. Moving to day 5, overall hydration has improved so deeply that you can actually smile and eat comfortably all day. Yay! And by day 7, you are going to see significant improvement in repair for most mild to moderate cases. Those small cracks will genuinely start closing. We walk through these recovery milestones to set proper expectations for you guys. Real healing is a journey of consistency. It's not just the flip of an overnight switch. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Next time you're standing in the store aisle staring down hundreds of lip care products, ask yourself, are you treating the root problem by protecting and rebuilding your lip barrier with the right ingredients and the right habits? Or are you just buying temporary comfort? Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive. Take care of those lips. Seriously, read those ingredient labels, and I will see you in the next explainer.